In the last video, we learned something about data annotations. In this video, let's give them a try. First thing I'll introduce you to is two data annotations. First is the table name and column name. By default, the name of the dbSet property is treated as the table name. But what if you want to change that? We have table and column properties for data annotations, which you can use to change the name of table and column. Let's give this a try. Let's switch back to our application, and in here we have the Chandra class. So the name will be Chandras by default, but we want to give it name, but let's say we want to call this TB_Chandras. So we'll go to the Chandra class, and on the class name here, we'll be using data annotation. The format is table here. You can see it is inheriting from system.componentModel.dataAnnotations.schema. In here, it will add the using statement, and you just need to provide the name. So we'll say TB_Chandra. That will change the table name. Then we have the Chandra name column here. I want to change this to just name. So in order to change a column name, we have the column property, and what name we want, we just want to call this as name. That being said, let me save this, and we need to push this to database. In order to do that, we'll go to Package Manager, and we'll add a migration. So I said change table and column names of Chandra table. We'll add that migration. And this time, because of those data annotations, Entity Framework Core will detect the changes, and it will update that in the migration. Right here, what you can see it's doing is it is dropping the primary key, it is renaming the table to TB_Chandra, renaming the column from Chandra name to the column name, and you can see the table name now is TB_Chandra and not Chandra. And it adds again the new primary key. Let's go back and let's update the database. Once this updates, let me switch back to our SQL Server, and let me do a refresh on the table. See, the table name is changed to TB_Chandra and the columns have been updated to name. So you can see how easy it was to implement the first two data annotations, which is table name and column name.